Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what to post on social media as a network marketer in order to create that sense of community and attract more new leads to your socials. So if this is something that you've been wanting to learn, make sure you guys keep watching. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Spilling the Tea. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tisha Doriana and I help passionate and driven network marketers better connect with their audience through social media, all within a loose leaf tea and wellness company. I post a brand new video each and every Wednesday on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so make sure you guys tune in. So on today's agenda, we are going to be talking about what to post on your social medias as a network marketer in order to create that sense of community and attract new leads to your socials. So when many network marketers start out with a new business, a lot of them make mistakes on what to post on there, how often to post, and where they should be posting. So we are going to dive right into all of those things right now. Okay, so before we actually get into the actual content that you guys should be posting on your socials, the first thing to note is where you should be posting. So my personal favorites for growing my business are Facebook and Instagram. There is also Twitter, TikTok, and other platforms that you could use. But I personally think that Facebook is such a great platform to create community, especially in groups. And Instagram is also really great for growing your network and getting that reach to so many more people out there. So whatever platforms you're on, pick your favorite platforms and you want to post to those. Another thing that's important to note is that you will want to have slightly different content for your stories, and you could do stories on Facebook stories and Instagram stories. So we are going to be talking a little bit about that as well. But make sure you guys pick a platform. I always say don't try and do them all. Master 1 to 2, whatever that is. Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you decide to do, make sure that you guys just, pick 1 or 2 and just master them and focus on posting quality content to those. Okay, so the next thing that you guys should think about is how often that you should be posting. So there's 2 subcategories here. How often should you be posting in general, and how often you should be posting about the business in general. So to answer the first one, the first category, how often should you be posting in general? I always say a rule of thumb is you need to show up every single day, whether that's through a post, a story, you just need to show up. So my general rule is do 1 post a day on whatever platforms you're on. If you are doing stories as well, I do recommend doing actually like multiple stories throughout your day, and that could be more of like personal posts, but we will get into that soon, where your actual posts, there is a little method to that. So, show up once a day at least on your platforms, and then posting about the business. What I like to follow is something called the 80-20 rule. So you guys have probably heard this before, and basically what that means is that 80% of your posts should be not about the business at all. These should be non-promotional, more so about, your life, giving value, adding just value in any way to people's lives. And we'll talk about different types of way that you can do that. And then 20% of your posts should be about more specific to the business or your opportunity or your products directly, okay? So we really do want to follow that 80-20 rule, because if people are getting, product ad after product ad, or always pitching your company, people don't come on social media to be sold to 24/7. People come on social media to be social. So it's really important that you are mostly posting about personal life and non-promotional posts most of the time, so that people actually want to engage with you and you could actually create that relationship with them. So let's now get into what your content should look like. Okay, so when you guys are thinking about what to post, a really good idea for planning this is actually laying out 10 post ideas in front of you ahead of time. So you're actually planning it and not being super spontaneous about it. I'm still trying to work on this as well. I'm usually really spontaneous, but this will ensure that at least 8 out of the 10 posts that you do, which is 80%, you can ensure that they're going to be non-promotional, okay? You're going to be sticking to those posts that provide value and create engagement for people, or just, a personal post about your life, where 2 of the 10 posts will be more directly related to your business opportunity or products. So plan those out 10 posts at a time so that you know when and what you will be posting about. Okay, so there's 3 types of posts that you'll want to think about doing when you are planning your 8 out of 10 posts for that 10-day period. So that's going to be posts that provide value, posts that provide engagement, and number 3 is simply just personal posts. Okay, so for those personal posts, this is where you want to be talking about your life. Maybe if you have kids, you'll be talking about your kids, or possibly another hobby that you have outside of your business, some activities you do, anything that brings you joy outside of your business, something about your life that you're passionate about. Maybe that's cooking, maybe that's sports, whatever it is, you want to really bring that into your socials and be posting about your personal life as well, because you are a real person. You're not a robot, you're not a catalog, you're not, something that someone comes to your page to flip through a bunch of posts on products and stuff. So you want to make sure you're providing, your personal life in there as well. And it's really important to do this because it shows people how your business also ties into your personal life as well. Okay, so the second category of things that you want to be posting about in that 80%, 8 out of 10 posts is posts that provide value. Okay, so this can be something that, once again, it could be kind of tied into personal, something that you're passionate about, another hobby that you have. You could have something called like Free Advice Friday, or Business Tip Tuesday. And so I'm, for example, I have my series, Spilling the Tea, that you guys are watching right now. I provide, as you guys know, weekly network marketing tips for those in network marketing. So this is my way of giving value, at least once a week to my audience and all of my followers. So you want to think of something that you can give value on. It does not need to be related to your business. This could be completely outside, but think of how your personal lifestyle ties in with your business. So if you're in a tea business like me, and say on the side you do something like knitting, then you might talk a lot about knitting on your profile because that's something that's super personal to you, something that you love. And how do you tie that into your business? And so talk about maybe some tips on whatever it is, right? Knitting, cooking, sports, any kind of tips, free advice that you can give that'll give value to your audience. And this could even be, guys, one of your products that you're giving value about. Like if you have a product that has really made a big difference in your life, I'm not saying to post a picture of the product, put the benefits, because people don't want to see facts, they want to see stories. So make sure you are sharing a story if you're providing value on your actual product that you sell. And as long as you're giving people value in one way or another, telling them how your experience was with, a certain product, or giving people a tip on a certain activity, then you're providing value to them in some way. Okay, and the third category that should be in that 80% of posts that you do that are non-promotional should be engagement posts. So this is what is going to create that community of customers, or that community of your audience on your profiles. And so an engagement post could be a few things. One, it could be like a poll. So polls are really great to actually have in your Facebook or Instagram stories because they're so simple for people to tap. So I often use polls in my stories. I think it's really great for creating that engagement. But you can also do this in your posts. You could simply have 2 pictures, and they could even be they could be business related if you want, but just you're doing it as an engagement post. So for example, if for me, I'm in a tea company, so I might put 2 different flavors of tea and write something like, which one should I try first? Comment below, and make sure you have that call to action telling them what to do, right? You want them to comment their option below on which one should I try first, or which one would you try first, okay? So that's one way to provide engagement on your page, is doing a poll feature. You could also do a fun fill in the blank. I really like these. So you could say like, today I, and then blank like a boss, and then you could say something like, insert the last thing you did and tell me what your sentence is. So it could be really fun, like, today I shoveled snow like a boss, or whatever you last did. And yes, I'm from Canada, we have snow already. Another fill in the blank, another engagement post you could do is this or that. So it's kind of similar to the poll feature, which one do you prefer, this or that, and then have 2 pictures there. And then lastly, it could simply be a question, and that could just simply be a question that you want to get from your audience. Like, what did you do for Thanksgiving weekend? Or what is your favorite season? So just an engagement post, it totally doesn't have to be about your business. It's actually best if it's not, considering you do want to be following that 80-20 rule, but it just provides engagement. It gets people coming in. I know that whenever I see like a poll or a fun question on someone's profile, I immediately want to answer it. I just think it's so much fun to do things like that, and it gets people coming back to your profile and visiting you more. Okay, so now let's move on to the 20% of what we should be posting, and that is directly related to the business. There is a right and wrong way to do this. So the main things that you guys want to focus on in that 20% is posting about the 3 P's, which is the products, the programs, and the people. So let's break that down. Okay, so first things first is products. And when you are posting about your products, you don't just want to be posting a stock photo of your product with a list of facts of things it'll do for them. Because I always like to say that facts tell, but stories sell. So think of a, success story or a testimonial of maybe that specific product that you're wanting to share about that day. So think of an experience that maybe you had yourself with the product that you can share with your audience. Or think about a situation where one of your customers used this product and how it's benefited their life. And if you can't think of anything at the top of your head, and say you've been in your company even for a while, why don't you post to your VIP group, which if you don't have one, I do highly recommend you do have one, which is basically a group of your customers all together where they can share and post all the products they're using from your company. But why don't you make a little post in there saying like, hey guys, I'm looking for some reviews on this product. Have you tried it? If so, comment below and tell me how it made you feel, or what kind of results you've gotten from it. And this way, bam, you have a post right there when people post their testimonials and reviews. So when you're talking about your products, really talk about a story on how it's helped you. Just any sort of story that will really relate to people, because people relate to stories. People trust people who, the products have actually worked on them. Like, I can go ahead and advertise a product as much as I want and say what it's going to do for them, but it's so much easier to believe what someone is saying when it's actually worked for someone else. The second thing that you guys want to be talking about in your 20% of posts, which should be business related, are the people. So when I refer to the people, what I'm really talking about is the community that you are a part of in your company. So many companies out there have such supportive, incredible communities, and that's usually a huge reason why people stay in network marketing. So the main reason that people actually join network marketing is to make some extra income. But one of the main reasons people stay and continue to do it is because of the community that they're surrounded by. So you do want to talk about the community, specifically, your community or the company's community, and really talk about what it's done for you. What kind of relationships have you built? What kind of team are you on, and what sets that apart, your team apart from others? And if you have any even investors in your company, like for example, the company I'm in is invested by 2 dragons from Dragon's Den. So I like to talk about that because we're a success story that came out of Dragon's Den. And I think that's something really important to share, is just all the people that are involved in this whole mission with you. So make sure you're talking about the people. And the last category that you guys want to be talking about in that 20% business posts is the programs. And when I say programs, what I'm really referring to is your opportunity. So what kind of programs are in place when people come into the business with you? Talk about your opportunity. Talk about how it's impacted you and what you've been able to do since you've started. It's really nice sometimes to give kind of a picture of where you were before being with your opportunity or being with your business that you are with now, and what it's like now. So what has changed? Talk about all the programs in place when people join, the support they're gonna get, the programs that they get to enter in order to get them off to a great start. A lot of people will have some kind of 90-day 30 to 90 day chart that when people get started, they have the opportunity to earn all these extra things just for getting started and basically earning while they're learning. So talk about the programs that you guys have to offer with your company. I know there's probably a lot of them. And one thing to note with all of these posts too, so the products, the programs, and the people, is just keep it simple. K.I.S.S, keep it simple, sweetheart. Because if you're posting about a million things in one post, people are gonna be lost, okay? And then you're gonna have no content to talk about moving forward. So if you're talking about a product, stick to one specific product and in that product line, one specific product in that product line. If you're talking about the people, stick to one person at a time, okay? Don't try and tell them everything in one post. That's so much content, and that could be, a whole separate post for you. And then same with the programs. Talk about one aspect of the programs that you absolutely love in the business at a time, okay? Save the rest for more future content. I know new things are always coming out with companies, so just keep it simple and post about the products, people and programs, and you will be good to go. Those are the 3 subcategories that I would say when you're posting about your business to think about there. Okay, so that concludes today's episode. So I want to say thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope this was useful and that you guys will be taking away some of these points to implement into your own socials. And if you are, please let me know below in the comments which points were the most helpful for you today so I can take note of that. And I hope you guys tune in next week. I'm going to have a new video, as you guys know, that will be posted every single Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune in next week. You can also find me on my other platforms. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. And my name is Tisha Doriana across all the platforms. Lastly, if you guys want to stay updated on everything that's new with me and make sure that you never miss out on a training, make sure you guys subscribe to my email list. The link will be in the description of this video, or if you are watching on Instagram, the link will be in my bio. So thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.